Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Laura, I'm a hairstylist, and today we're going to talk about what the numbers and letters mean in hair color. You may have heard your hairstylist ramble off a formula consisting of different numbers and letters, and it honestly sounds like they're speaking a foreign language. So if you're at all familiar with professional hair color or the hair color that they sell at Sally's, then you know that there are numbers and letters that determine what the hair color is. Okay, so first we're going to talk about the level system in hair color. And the level system is how we determine the lightness and darkness of a hair color, with level 1 being black and level 10 being the lightest blonde. Now, keep in mind that these levels do not determine the shade of the hair color. They only determine how light or how dark the color is. Now, if you come across a hair color that's a level 12, just know that that is a high lift hair color. This doesn't mean that the hair is going to go lighter than a level 10. It's just saying that it is a high lift, so it's going to give you a little bit extra lift than a traditional hair color would. 10 is the absolute lightest that hair color can go. So the level of the hair color always comes first. So anytime you're reading a hair color, the very first number that you see is always going to be the level. So that's telling you how light or how dark that color is. Half of the levels are browns and black, and the other half are blonde. So that basically sums up the entire level system, and it's really pretty simple. So now let's go on over to the shades of the hair color. So some hair color lines will measure their shades using letters, while others use numbers. Personally, I prefer the number system because this makes it a little bit easier and universal for transferring to different languages. That being said, letters can be a little bit easier for you to distinguish what each letter means. For example, a 5R will translate to a level 5 red. Essentially, because it's a level 5, it would be a level 5 light brown red. Now, if a color line decides to use the number system for their shades instead of the letters, then this hair color would be 5.6. So the 5 stays the same because that is level 5. It's the lightness or darkness. And 6 is the number that red is assigned to. Now I want to mention that not all color lines are exactly the same when it comes to this. So it's important to study the color line that you're going to use before just purchasing a color because you could be purchasing the wrong color. For the most part, it's pretty universal and a lot of lines are the same. I use mostly Pravana color, so I'm going to use Pravana as my example to share what their numbers translate to for shades. Number 1 is ash, which typically has a green base. 2 is beige, which has a blue-violet base. 3 is gold, which has a gold or a yellow base. 4 is copper, which has a copper or orange base. 5 is mahogany, which has a red-violet base. 6 is red, obviously with a red base. 7 is violet base. 8 is pearl, and pearl has a pink-silver base. 9 is silver, which has a blue base. 0 is sheer, which means it shears out the color a little bit and makes it a little more translucent or soft. Okay, so to recap really quick, the number before the point is the level. The letters or numbers after the point is how you determine the shade of the color. Now, some colors may have 2 letters or 2 numbers after the point. For example, 5.62. 5.62 would mean level 5 brown, 6 which means red, 2 which means beige. So this would mean a level 5 red, beige, brown. Now you could ultimately get a very similar color if you mixed 5.6 with 5.2 together. Some color lines make it a little easier and they have some shades that they've already customized for you. Okay guys, I hope that was a good quick explanation for you on what the numbers and letters mean in hair color. If you have any other questions for me on the level system or the shades of the hair color, leave it for me in the comments. Make sure you subscribe if you want to make every day a good hair day. Thanks for watching.